Hey guys, it's GalaxyGorilla coming at you with the next episode of Anbennar. We are back and we're going to be jumping on into the next episode of the series. I hope you guys have been enjoying it so far, and we're going to continue with more Shadow Dreamer. So for today, I think we are going to do a little war. We're going to do a little fighting. We're going to see if we can kind of just beat up Segadir, hopefully take some money from them, and maybe break their alliance with Az-Kasur, and then maybe from there we'll kind of figure out what's next. Because as it seems right now, we're going to be bumping into the Company of the Grudge Bearers, and they are thankfully the same tech that we are. Um, and currently we outnumber them a little bit. All right, beautiful. That's our next horse done. Thankfully, we're not losing that much money. Oh, that's unfortunate. We lost Zog. That kind of sucks. Oh, that's so expensive because of our religious unity. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna have to leave that for what it is. Alrighty. We'll wait for that guy to finish. We'll head over to here. See if we can get ourselves a good general. Maybe see if our ruler's a little bit better. Our ruler is much better, so we're gonna focus on just grabbing him. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Let's see what this looks like. This shouldn't be too hard. We have the much larger force here. Honestly, let's just go for the capital. Siege that down, see if we can take Segadir, and then we'll siege down Az-Kasur's capital. I don't think they have like an actual whatchamacallit. They don't have a an actual fort on here. So that actually should be super easy to knock over. It seems like we're doing really well knocking this over. Honestly, for the sake of posterity, let's just make this faster with Shake the Earth. Okay, nice. We're getting to steal a lot of loot from their city, which is great. I'm not going to take this land, but I will like just kind of beat them up and steal their cash, get some more prestige, and then we're going to hopefully push forward and go kill the Company of the Grudge Bearers. I will get rid of with the decision. All right. Thankfully, Shake the Earth is going to make this hopefully a little bit faster for us. Are we hemorrhaging a lot of money? Yeah, a little bit. Not really. But they've totally run away from us, which is nice. Just one less thing to deal with. Yeah, and then we'll just step out, siege this. That should just be like a 2-second thing, and then we'll just go on our merry way. Can I migrate? Yeah, okay, I can. Nice. I can do a double migration. All right, beautiful. That's done. Let's walk out. Yeah, that's annoying. It still does have the fort. But I guess we could do some more looting here. Pump up our admin tech a little bit. How far away are we from being able to switch this? And 1469, that's kind of far, but not really. And this is going by way faster than what it was taking to siege out Segadir, which is nice. Oh no, they're killing my dudes! No! They're killing them! That's actually unfortunate. Alright, one more tick. No. Hopefully this next one will be the final tick that we need to kind of get out of this. Nope, one more. Ugh, always one more, isn't it? There we go. Alright, this is when we walk back to our thingy. We go to Az-Kasur. We're going to take money from them, and then pillaging the capital doesn't really do anything. I guess we just do war reparations, and then... Let me see... Yeah, we'll just do those two things. And then we'll let the day pass. Go to Segadir. I don't really want Well, here's the thing. How close is this to being done? It's actually kind of like halfway through. I guess I could take it as like a setback sort of thing and then leave. No, pillaging the capital doesn't really make sense. I'll just do war reps and then give me some money. Yep. And then we're going to go over here and we're going to abandon that. Let's get the troops home. And then we are going to head out on our merry way. Migrate. What do we got going on over here? Nah, it's just the troll one. I can't really do anything with that. Yeah. I mean, we're on our way there. Oops, I left my... Oh, I left my dudes behind. I don't want to sell Crown Land. That's fine. That should be like a major setback for them there, but I didn't kill them, so they can keep developing that hold. Ooh, they have 19k. Go ahead and beef up our forces a little bit. We're thankfully getting a good amount of money from war reps. Nah, I don't want to sell a diet. We're going to be moving soon. Yeah, one of these over here is like an old Dukan orc thing that I want to hit. Yeah, they're same tech as us. We have 20k to their 19k. We should be fine. If anything, I can just hire a merc company if I really wanted to. And that wouldn't even put us over force limit. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's actually really nice. Normally, I would have, you know, pumped the stab first, but due to our unfortunate religious unity situation, that's just not really possible. Oh, hi, Greedy Grin. I'm hoping you are just going to be chill. Because I would rather not kill you guys. Okay. For the sake of safety, I'm just gonna go into this with a merc group. Just go for like overwhelming odds to just kind of sit on them and kill them. I'm gonna have to let a month or two tick over, and then fucking Greedy Grin decided to rival me for some reason. Is that for Militech? Yeah, it is actually. That's kind of nice. Getting the tech advantage on top of that too is pretty big. Alright, I'll let one more month tick by and then we're going in. Yeah, beautiful. Easy smash right there. Nice. The state needs the money. Yeah. I would like to stack up as much money as I can, so when I get to Gor Ozumbrog, I can just start repairing it immediately. We can start building up, like, a big power base from there. Oh, nice. Okay. So, we got to finish our first estate feature. So, our estates have the proficiency in evocation. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to Advancement, Study Magic, you guys, and then just continue. Yeah, I'd like to keep pumping that up more and more, as much as possible. Greedy Grin, I swear to God, if you declare war on me, I will kill you. I don't want to, but I will if you come after me. I can't remember. I think the mission tree actually lets you resurrect them if you actually end up killing them. I think so. Yeah, you rivaled me for some reason. I love to sweet, I live to siege. Stinky dwarf. Take 3 hours. Make me barf. I will say, it is nice having this much prestige right now. It feels pretty good. That'll take time, but it's worth it. It's 100% worth it. Yeah, we'll be able to sweep, walk, and hopefully migrate by the time this war is over. I can probably just take you off and get rid of you. Yeah, even if the goblins do come in at me, I have, like, better tech and, I think, overall just better troops than they do. Alright, take the land, take the cash. Oh, apparently they have a Dwaro. They have a fragment. The amethyst gem. I wonder who they got that from. Purge Warbrand, Sleepwalk. Alright, now here's the real question. Do I want to try beating on Verkal Gulan, or do I want to leave them alone? I guess that's kind of like my choice here. It's a tough choice. They only have 8k. We're on par with tech with each other. Could get myself even more prestige. Honestly, I think we've dilly-dallied long enough. Why are these freaking rats announcing me as their freaking rival? Do I want to deal with this right now? Yeah, I suppose. Kind of gives me something to do. More money, more prestige. We can improve relationship better, institution embracement cost. Oh, lovely. I love corrupt. I love corruption. I love it. I love the corruption. Okay. Actually, that's really nice. We can finish that mission out. Unfortunately, Zog is dead, so we don't get, like, the extra, whatchamacallit? Why did your likeness for me shoot up? I wonder why. I guess they just took me off as their rival. Either that, or I couldn't be considered their rival anymore. Honestly, nice, easy, simple siege. That would push loyalties up. I could do that, but I just don't think it's really necessary right now. Yeah, there's the Duke and Rail. So we need to sleepwalk onto the Duke and Rail. Alright, I will take your $75, and you will give me war reparations. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, I gotta keep in mind, the Duke and Rail is that one right there. Yep, we'll sleepwalk. Let me pull up the boys. Migrate. Okay, I think getting to the Gor Ozumbrog by 1460 should be very plausible as long as we just keep moving forward. When can I use the sleepwalk again? Okay, so it is just once per year. which is interesting. Okay, so they're actually getting attacked by Ceodon. I softened them up a little bit. I wonder if Ceodon will actually be able to fight them all, or kill them. I kind of hope not, because I need to come back through and take that back eventually. Alright, about 3 months and then we can sleepwalk. That will get our religion back in order. Which is kind of what we need right now. Oh, I guess I actually... Oh, no, never mind. There it is. Okay, that's actually really nice. We are thankfully back to the correct religion, and I cannot sleepwalk the rest of the way. I'm going to have to just kind of walk there on my own, which should be fine. Okay, Averkal Gulan lost that fight. I'm assuming that means I'm going to have to fight the Harpies later on, unless Jadari is going to eventually eat the Harpies in return. Who won the war between Zoka and Jadari? I'm not seeing Jadari on the list, so I'm assuming it was Zoka. But I could be wrong there. Yeah, no, as much as I would like to sleepwalk, I cannot. It's not a good idea. Yeah, I guess I can accept it. That's fine. I don't need to spend the points on the Millie. I'll just save it for now and pump it into something else, hopefully. How did Company of the Grudge Bearers come back out? That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'll be back to kill them eventually anyway, so I'm not super worried. That kind of sucks, because I don't get war reps anymore. Alright, just... Nah, okay. My goal to reach the thing is not really achievable at this point. It's going to take us about two-ish years to get to Gor Ozumbrog, unfortunately. I don't think this matters too much, because after we eventually will change the status of our thing, of our kingdom to a theocracy. So I guess for now we'll grab tribal assimilation. Yeah, it's good to have this back. Yeah, give me that. Give me this. 255 is fine, honestly. Oh, if only I could sleepwalk. Wouldn't that be nice? I think the Dugan religion's kind of crappy. The sleepwalking stuff is just not amazing. I guess 1461 getting into Gor Ozumbrog really isn't that bad, honestly. What's the world looking like right now? Interesting. You're fighting somebody out there. Ooh, Ceodon's actually kind of... Seems like it's kind of big. I wasn't expecting that. Not at all. Oh, we're just one day away, boys. We're just one day away. Didn't I get that goblin? Nah, I did not get a goblin for that. Jeez. Nine more years and I can switch this over too, which is nice. I might just need to force the Militech. because we're kind of reaching our capacity. I suppose it's fine. Only a few more months, game. Come on, let me in my hold. I want to be in there. Yeah, I can't summon the diet yet. I could sell titles, but I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, it's only 42 gold. Good for you, Segadir. Who are you fighting right now? A lot of people. Alright, well, there we go. That's going to be us finally inside the hold, and that's where we're going to activate our next mission. Dreamer's Destiny. Zur was barely an adult when he reached Gor Ozumbrog, but one does not simply refuse Destiny's call because they are not ready. Today he stands surrounded by truest followers of the Dream, dressed in the finest robes their clan can provide, and addresses them as their new leader. Dragon Ball, I am your chosen. Dukin speaks to you through me, and he will hear no dissent. There was no cruelty in his words, but they were as hard as stone. Zog was your master before, and the Dream led him here. It led us all. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is when I get my new ruler. I get Zur, who's a 4-3-6, which is honestly kind of wild. That is a really nice stat spread. And he's pretty okay at divination. That's Fog of War, steal institution from those we scry. Let me think. Does anybody around here have the Renaissance? No, I doubt it. Alright, I mean, that's fine. You can't really do too much about that anyway. What I will do is I will spend some of this money to repair the hold. And I think at the same time we are going to just start colonizing. Yeah, and this is kind of when the game's going to slow down a little bit, because we're going to have to just focus on colonizing our way through the Serpent Spine, and we're just going to be bleeding money. I mean, don't get me wrong, getting another merchant's fine, but I have no nodes to send them to, game. I was going to say, are we the Theocracy yet? But no, we're still the monstrous tribe. Good for you, Askasur. That doesn't really do anything for us right now. Dream-led footsteps. The young great dreamer walked with his eyes closed. His breathing was deep and slow, and those who dared look at his face, closely at his face, could see that his eyes were moving quickly and randomly beneath heavy dark lids. Crowds would part before him. Cloaks would be thrown across stagnant puddles that he would not be shocked awake by the splashing of troglodytic isopods half crushed underfoot. He has been doing this for hours, a day for weeks. In search of a great vision he seemed to be expecting, the Dragon Ball, for their part, had agents following and watching him from a distance. They saw the potential vulnerability of their prophet wandering blindly. Zur was as stressed by the ordeal as his saga. A whisper was coming from somewhere, a voice beneath the occupied hold like wind through the cracks. It would prod at his dreams and his waking mind in equal measures, beckoning him to find the deepest dark, to find the source of the dream. Often he would murmur the things it said aloud, and invariably frightening children as he stumbled around like a madman, probing at the cracks in the walls. Yep, that's when we're going to get our first stab drop, which is fine, I suppose. Yeah, this is going to go slow and steady, but it should be fine. Let me know down in the comments below what you think I should take as my first idea. Currently, with my admin being behind, it might be good to grab like a military idea first. But at the same time, getting expansion would be good too to grow faster. Exploration could be good. Okay, yeah, this is when the nightmares start kicking in. This is maddening. It has been weeks since I have had a restful sleep. It is as though some dark hand is pulling at the lids of my mind's eye. I have read every word of Zog's testaments, and I thought I knew what was to come as I took up the mantle. He neglected, I find. To mention how torturous this experience is, perhaps his waiting for the visions was not so. And it is a burden unique to me. I should hope so, or else this realm will be inevitably governed by those driven to lunacy. In the meeting with my advisors earlier, I made a fool of myself, repeatedly asking the orc in charge of food stockpiles in the capital to repeat himself and calling him by the wrong name twice. I've stumbled over my own foot so many times in the last while that it is a gift from Dukin that I haven't knocked myself out on the table's edge. I find myself utterly mesmerized by the flickering of candles when I should be hearing the oaths of young officers. To put it simple, this state of affairs is not sustainable. I must commit myself to finding the source of these haunting whispers at the detriment of all else, or everything will slip from me and the realm will fall to ruin. I am going to try to sleep for long enough to be able to think clearly with the aid of a tincture I acquired from a traveling alchemist. Once I awake, I will seek out the deepest, darkest vaults of this damned hold, and I will find my vision. If I can't, it'll drive me mad, and I'll try to help the Dragomal find a replacement who will be more than taunted by the dream. Very interesting, very interesting. I like the way that they're kind of playing this as somebody who's like kind of like talking, writing it down in like a journal. Okay, I'm gonna need a little more for guidance. But that's fine. Oh boy. That's Zoka. That's no fun. That is a big Zoka. Are you a world power? Yeah, you're starting to be a world power. Hopefully I can get over there to see it on. I probably am not going to be able to colonize that fast. Ooh, okay, voice in the vault. The creaking of that ancient door shook me awake. It was the vault door cast of some unrusting metal, so caked with dust that it must have been lost for a millennium. I do not know how I opened it. I have the vaguest, fleeting memory of spinning the massive wheel back and forth, inputting a code to unlock it. No single creature could have pulled this immense door ajar even slightly, and yet here I stand in the deepest dark I have ever seen. Within I hear it, a voice whispering to me from the depths, deep and serious and ambitious. I step across the threshold into the vault, and at once it is all around me. It beckons me forward, and I follow it. I am more awake now than I've been in weeks, more keenly aware of the world around me than I have ever been in my life. I take step after step, and my vision swirls in the impossible dark as images appear before me. Fire that consumes the world around me. Stone that shatters where our hands and feet touch. A bloody crusade to seize the Dwarvar and make it ours forevermore. Then I tripped on a loose stone and tumbled to the ground. I only realized how quiet and still it had become when the voice roared above me, now a single booming call rather than a chorus of whispers. Would you have the eyes to see, the hands to make this dream reality? My throat was dry, but I spoke through the pain. The words Zog had left for me to study. O mighty Dukin, Lord of Shadow and Fury, I, Zur, Shadow Dreamer, bow my head beneath your dark light. Your whispers guide my hand, your fire sharpens my blade, and your wrath flows through me like an unending river. Let their axes break upon my skin, let their gold crumble to dust in my hands, let no dwarf escape the cleansing I bring in your name. A rough hand reached from the impenetrable darkness and grabbed me by the neck, and I felt another push stone into my hand. Believe, it said. At once the room was bright. It was though there was a torch behind my eyes, and everything was lit from that source. I looked down at my hand, and a chunk of some kind of ore now lay in it. Quickly the tendrils starting from within. It was transforming from dull and dark to something bright and brilliant. Is this mithril? Okay, this is just us turning into a theocracy, enact the Dream Domain government reform, which gives us the Dramatosh ability, and then this country always produces... Yeah, we're always going to have a mage ruler. Interesting, and then we can purge without having to spend a diplomat, which is kind of nice. Okay, cool. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm actually going to do this and then hit it. Alright, nice. Alright, I think that's going to be a good stopping point for today. If you guys enjoyed the content, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. GalaxyGorilla out.